So this book is called The Executioners 3 by Susan Dennard. The main character, Freddie, begins the story by calling the cops, like when she hears a bunch of people screaming in the woods, only what she thought was someone possibly getting assaulted turns out to actually have been a bunch of students having a drunken party. So her call gets a bunch of people arrested, and they happen to attend a high school that her own high school considers as a major rival. Like there's been a prank war going on between the two schools for many, many years, and Freddie's actions get taken as part of that ongoing conflict. So she gets pulled into the various, like the two teams and stuff that have been perpetuating this rivalry. Like the opposite school sees her as this new major enemy, I guess, and her own school now regards her as a hero. And it kind of goes to her head a little bit, like she joins in to this prank war and things kind of escalate. But at the same time, the day that this all happened, like with the party and the arrest and stuff, someone discovered a body in the woods. Like it looks like the person committed suicide, but Freddie feels like something is a little off, and it's this kind of theme in this town that people trust her gut. Like her gut has generally been right about a lot of things. So she also has a long-standing interest in law enforcement. Like her father, before he died, was the sheriff of this town, and like in the past 2 years she's also interned with the current sheriff, whom she greatly admires. So she begins to investigate and discovers that not only are these deaths weirdly related to this strange poem that she discovers among her father's things and that nobody really seems to have heard of related to their town's history. It's also not the first time that people have died in these ways, and it's only the first death. So yeah, I guess you have the prank war going on, her investigations going on, and then her helping her mother with this historical event that she holds every year, as well as her developing relationship with a boy from said rival school called Theo, who's on their prank team. Like he takes an interest in her because he thinks that all their better recent pranks are her doing, I guess, and he also maybe, like has crossed paths with things related to the murders and stuff. So in addition to the prank side of things, they don't really investigate together, but her investigations have them crossing paths a lot, basically. So let's see. Something that I liked. I think this actually turned out to have a lot more in common with a high school romantic comedy than with what I was expecting from a supernatural murder mystery. Like I guess it was a lot funnier than I expected it to be. Like it had, some humor that I maybe didn't appreciate, but also quite a lot of humor that I did, like in the way characters talked and interacted with one another. Like it has a lot of Romeo and Juliet kind of references, as well as other pop culture type references, but I think it handles it in a way that I did find pretty amusing. But something I did not like, I kind of deeply disapproved of the prank war thing because it felt like the characters never really stopped to think about the consequences of their actions and focus too much on just causing trouble for each other. So just as an example, there was one thing where they wanted to pour like corn syrup over the bleachers. I mean, they ended up pouring it somewhere else, but that's not the point. Like, yes, it might cause mischief for the other students, but it really annoys me how they don't think about who's going to actually have to clean all that up afterward, and like that's probably not going to be other students. Like it's probably going to be the staff and so on of the schools. Like the people you're really inconveniencing are the people who have to like look after the school and stuff, and it really bothers me that none of these students stop to consider these people. Like it's, well, really thoughtless and also very wasteful, honestly, of a lot, like you're damaging property and stuff for no good reason. I just find that kind of ridiculous.